Hi everyone, this is Luca and today we're gonna talk about the patches that I used for Rosanna TOTO by Steve Lukather. Hey, what's up everybody, this is Luca, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. In this video I will show to you how I create my patches in order to replicate the Steve Lukather tone on this song. I will show to you three patches: the clean sound, the distorted the rhythm tone, and the lead sound. Alright, so take a seat, don't go away. The guitar that I used is my Fender American Stratocaster. I'm not sure of the guitar that Steve Lukather used on this track. A lot of people said it's a Strat, a lot of people said it's the Valley Yard Strat with the ENG and the humbucker on the bridge, and some people said it's the Les Paul. I don't know, I wasn't there, so I used this guitar because, especially on the clean tone, I really needed to have the out of phase position of the Strat. Alright, so maybe he could have used the Valley Yard Strat because the out of phase position is available also if you have an humbucker here, but I don't know if with the Les Paul you can have that sound. I don't think so. So maybe the Les Paul would be an option, but just for the distorted tone and not for the clean one. Anyway, speaking about picks, I used my Fender 0.60 millimeters because I wanted to have more snap. Same pick that I used on my David Gilmour tone. Okay, so I can link that video also here if you haven't seen it. So let's dive into the editor to see in detail the patch. So as usual, I would turn off all the sound blocks. Okay, so we can build the preset step by step. So I used the Mark III clean channel. Of course, I think you've seen the Starlix video of Steve Lukather. He was using the Mark III. I'm not sure if this amp was available when he recorded TOTO 4. I should check, the date, but I didn't. Anyway, I think it sounds pretty good, especially the distorted sound that I will show you later. So this is the clean sound. The clean sound. Everything is pretty much at 6, 7. Except for the master volume, it's at maximum, and the cabinet is of course the standard IR that I used here because I don't want you guys to like, oh my god, I don't have that particular IR because I know it can make a lot of difference. So this is the stock IR that you can find on your MOOER GE200. So the Mark 112 with SL6L6's tube power amplification, SM57 as usual, and the distance is 0 and a little bit far away from the center of the cone. So this is the sound without any other blocks. It's kind of weak. So let's try to pump up the volume a little bit. For sure, I would need the compressor. I would need the compressor. So I used my usual blue comp, and this is the sound with the compression. Oh yeah, way better. Alright, way better. Ratio and level at maximum and attack and threshold at 50. Actually, I couldn't figure it out really well, these controls. It's not really powerful on the MOOER GE200, so it doesn't make a lot of difference, so I don't really understand it. So I put it like at 5, so it would be better. Also, there's no operating manual, so I don't understand. Anyway, this way it sounds pretty good, so it's fine. And then I used also a gold clone just to boost a little bit the amplifier and to shape the tone in a way that it's more got more mid frequencies. And also it adds a little bit of grit. Now if I play the chord, you can hear that it's a little bit, break up kind of clean, and also it's more more narrow, you know, the tone. I know it's less pleasant, but if you listen carefully to the record, and also you can find on YouTube, as I did, the isolated track by Steve Lukather, you can hear that gritty and a little bit more nasally kind of sound. Modulation, the tri-chorus, of course, really 80s. I love this tri-chorus sound, and you can see the controls, pretty much everything at 5, except for depth. It's not too deep, otherwise, you know, it would be too much. And this is with the tri-chorus. Okay, then I used the delay as a slapback, because if you listen carefully to the original track by Steve Lukather, the isolated guitar track, you can hear that on the right side it's like the dry signal, and on the left side this tiny slapback. Also, you can see, if you see the waveform, you can see pretty much the same waveform, but the left channel is a little bit delayed and smaller. So I guess that he used maybe an Eventide processor to do something like that, but I can't use it. I can't have anything similar to that on the MOOER GE200, so I can't have that wide stereo image that he has in the record. But at least I can replicate the slapback. Okay, so I use the digital delay with this just like tiny little repetition. It's almost, you know, doubling the sound. But you can hear that it's really more accurate. Yeah, so it's a little bit better. And the reverb is just a room reverb, okay, just to help me to mix better the tone with the other instruments that also are is the backing track that I found on YouTube. It's just like the TOTO playing without the guitars. Okay, so with the reverb, okay, this is the tone. I think it's pretty much there. It's pretty accurate. Then, if we move to the distorted sound, I didn't change a lot. As a matter of fact, the compressor and the mode, it's the same settings, but of course I changed the amplifier. So the amplifier is I changed the channel on the amplifier, because the Mark III is always the Mark III, but this is the distorted channel. And I didn't use a lot of gain, because the compressor is pushing the amplifier, and the EQ is just like a little bit more treble maybe and presence than usual, but Mesa amplifier are kind of dark sounding in a way, so I liked it that way. And this is the cabinet, same cabinet, I just moved the microphone a little bit farther away, and I put the microphone more in the center of the speaker. Okay, the reverb is the same, I guess. Let me check. Yeah, it's the same, but then I added an EQ with everything flat. So why would I do that? Because it's not really transparent, this EQ. So if you turn it on and off, it will change the sound. I will listen to this sound. This is without the EQ. And the sound is pretty, it's there. But if I turn on the EQ, yeah, it's kind of degrade the sound a little bit. It's less hi-fi, but it matches more the backing track. I have to say that the backing track was a YouTube backing track, so maybe the sound is not perfect, and I'm not sure if I had like the original wave file, you know, by TOTO, maybe I wouldn't need that EQ. but in order to match this tone with the backing track that it's available on YouTube, and maybe it's not the best quality ever, this helped. Everything that I do in this fashion, it's just because I don't want to have the best sound ever, but I want to mix the sound with the other instruments. So you're free to not doing it, okay? If you like the sound to be like more clean, and if you use it with your party band or with your band, with your cover band, you know, and you want to just play the song without this crazy accuracy, right? So then the last patch is the lead tone, and for the lead tone I changed a little bit the EQ. So as you can see, I cut a little bit the bass, and I push the medium low frequencies at 600 Hertz, and I cut a little bit also the high to have a little bit more of a fat sound, because with this guitar, since I don't have humbuckers, and I'm not sure that he's used humbucker or single coils, I don't know, but just with the single coil it was a little bit thin, so pumping up the bass, not the bass, the low mids helped me to have a little bit more fat, you know, in the sound. And just like -1 on the 4 kHz to get rid of that spike that sometimes the Strat can have. But here I reintroduced the delay, because, and I will make you listen without the delay. This is the lead tone. It's nice, but if I turn on the delay, the slapback delay, yeah, you can hear that it's even better, because that slapback helps to have that kind of, oh no, I don't know, like I can't really see, you know, it's more, I don't really know how to explain, but the sound, it's not in your face as you can imagine. So with the slapback, it helped me to spread the sound a little bit more. So I used the delay on the clean and the lead channel. I didn't use it for the distorted patch, because I thought that maybe I could, you know, record the double track, and then at the end of the day I didn't, and I was happy with the sound. You can actually use it also on the distorted patch if you wish, but as I told you before, all these sounds are not accurate 100% because of the limitation of the MOOER GE200, of course, like it's a $300 pedalboard, you know, and Steve Lukather recorded with, I don't know, the gear was just amazing and crazy amount of money, you know, if you want to have that huge rack fridge, you know. So this is the best that I could do. Probably if I would integrate like an Eventide H9 in this setup, I could have maybe replicate the sound a little bit better, but the Eventide H9 is almost double the price of the MOOER, so it doesn't make any sense. This is not just like the purpose of this video is not how to get the same tone 100%, but it's how can we imitate, you know, really famous guitar tones with, you know, a budget gear, budget-friendly gear. So yes, guys, that's it. If you have any questions or comments, or if you have any information regarding the real gear that Steve Lukather used for the recording of Rosanna, please write down a comment. If you like my content, please subscribe to my channel. This is pretty much it for today. Thank you very much. Ciao, and see you next time.